I have competed in every single championship of my country. I have been a pairs champion in 2024, teams champion in 2025, and even being technically disqualified once. This year I had one goal that I failed miserably, and on top of that I did something no one saw coming that will be forever my proudest achievement. Welcome to Puzzle with Emilia, that's me, and by the way, it is my birthday week. I am turning 30 this week. But anyway, it's already been a few weeks since the Finnish championship and I still cannot believe what the heck happened. So let's go right into it and start from the beginning. In Finland, you compete in 3 different categories. You have pairs, teams, and individual. The championship weekend started with pairs, and I'm actually the OG pairs champion from 2024 when we had the first Finnish championship. Back then I was with my former pair, Emilia Korhonen, which yes, we're all Emilias here. And this last year in 2025, I was actually with my current pair, Steffi, but we got second in final and technically we were disqualified, so we were second, except we were not second. And this year, I didn't want to let her down, but I knew that getting to even any podium spot this year is gonna not only take perfect performance, but also requires a lot of luck. And here's a few problems. Not only them changing the rule that actually we will be qualified this year, I actually stopped practicing speed puzzling already last year. And even if I still would practice, on paper, there is way more better speed puzzlers there than I am, including one with the world champion title from teams. And as my friend Anime would say, as a joke, I am kind of like a has-been either way. My pair Steffi, on the other hand, she, in my opinion, is a puzzle royalty and currently ranked 60th fastest puzzler in the world. And I'm currently ranked 98 in the world. So for our classification round, we actually got a puzzle that was published and at least I had done it before, so kind of like high hopes we're gonna do well, and we didn't even make it into top 3 that round. And over 6 minutes from the fastest time on that round, and after the second classification round finished, we were actually placed 7th. And not very high hopes for the final, right? And I coach in speed puzzling and I have sports coaching background, and I always tell people that sports gambling only exists because we can never truly know the winner. In speed puzzling, it is possible to beat someone who is constantly and significantly faster than you, but it's usually for all of these 3 reasons. Number 1, your competitor makes that one rare mistake that they never do, or they're just otherwise having a really bad day because of multiple factors and are only performing on like 60 to 80% of their normal performance. But that did not happen in the final. Nobody did mistakes. We have, if not even record-breaking times, but we have all sub 20 minutes time, which is absolutely insane. So that reason is out of the window. Number 2, you get published puzzle that you have done millions of times, but your competitor had done it 0 zilch nada. Well, that did not happen either, because we got this puzzle. I have not done it, I haven't even seen it. I've seen a glance of it on my pair's house on her to-do pile like weeks ago. She luckily had done it that week for solo, but the craziest thing is, so had some of our competing pairs. There was one pair who were better than us on paper. They had done it as a pair together the day before. What the heck is going on? Oh my god. So number 3, I guess, is what we did. Or stars aligned, 110, not even 110, 200% perfect performance. And we won with time of 18 minutes and 19 seconds. And we won by 2 seconds. And we have never even done a multi-attempt puzzle together under 20 minutes. So that is crazy. I am not even kidding. I have never been so thrilled in my life. I wanted to scream from the top of my lungs. I still can't believe it. I think my pair would agree. It's been weeks. It's still absolutely amazing. And even crazier, there was actually many things that were going wrong. I'm not even kidding. And I'm gonna give you all the scoop because, as I said, we were placed 7th for the final, so the live stream didn't catch too much of it because nobody saw us winning. But I'm gonna tell it you all because now I'm also gonna try this out. Let's do a solo and see what the heck did we do while doing it. Yeah, but this victory was crazy because I didn't even thought it was possible. What I actually went to do for the Finnish championship was to defend my team's champion title from last year. But we will get to that part. But yeah, so we have always this plan. Mistake number 1, we always have this plan that I do the edges. And while we flip together the pieces, Steffi chooses what she's gonna do first, which is usually the easiest part, and obviously because a lot of things connect to the edge, so while we finish the flipping and she's pulling out those pieces she wants to work on, I already do that part of the edge that she will need. And she was like, I'm gonna start with the water. So I didn't even look at the box, and the thing is, I thought I did the water piece edges, but apparently there was 2 waters in that puzzle. So I did just the dark blue. And then she starts doing stuff and she's like, where's the water edge? And I'm like, there it is. And I was like, oh, looking at the box, oh, there's another water in there. So that was already kind of like going off plan. And then I just literally threw all the edge pieces for, like not all, but those water pieces. And yeah, then another thing. So Robert, who was next to us, we were sharing table with him and his pair. So there was kind of like a puzzle box gate because he, by accident, of course, dropped our puzzle box in the middle of everything. I think I catched it. And if you saw it earlier in the videos, why it made me feel like the puzzle box was in a little bit odd placement considering that there was 2 of us who needed to look at it. It's because it got moved there when I just tried to put it back as fast as can. But to be honest, Robert is a dear friend of mine and no shame on him, but I'm just happy also for him that we actually won by 2 seconds and did not lose by 2 seconds, because then it would have been kind of like, well, somebody dropped our box. But yeah, so that happened, didn't impact me at all. I was like cool as a cucumber, just going on. Another mistake of mine, because I'm the one who does the mistakes, is that I tried to do the easy part of the sky that you can see. I almost also struggle here doing the solo. And I was just like, I'm doing this too slow. I knew it was almost the easiest part of the whole puzzle. And I was like, this is like 1 puzzle per every second if you want to win kind of section. And I was like, it wasn't like I wasn't able to figure it out. I was just too slow with it. And I was like, no, not doing this. Steffi, you do this because the way I'm doing it, it's way too slow. So sometimes you can be also self-aware and utilize that when you do with pairs and teams. Obviously, if I would have been doing it solo in solo competition, well, I would have been self-aware that I'm too slow for that section, but like, it doesn't really matter, I still have to do it. In overall, like this was our record time ever. And I also talked with this, my psychologist. I did have this also back in the day when I played in Finnish national team sports like 10 years ago. That I can channel all my frustration and aggression and all the pain in the world of my own life into very high level performance. It very rarely happens, and I think this was one of the rare moments in the last 3-4 years of speed puzzling that I was able to actually do that, and it really shows. Like there was all kind of mistakes going on and I just pushed through. I didn't stop for a second. It was like mistake, moving on, going to the next thing. This win just means so much because I did not see it coming. And I said I've been kind of I stopped speed puzzling. I've been not feeling too well physically because I'm chronically ill. I have something called Behçet syndrome, and then also not doing mentally too well. So this victory, I don't want to say I needed it.
Now you're Finnish champions. How do you feel?
It's still surreal because I just didn't see it coming, and then we saw that it was just 2 seconds difference. It was just crazy. It was so fast. Didn't have any time to think or anything, and I think we need a little. You need to ask us later again, maybe. Then we will know.
Yes. And how are you planning to celebrate your victory?
I don't know. I don't know yet. I mean, we still have the team, so we were thinking, can we take the double championship title this year? But that's also going to be really tough. So we also know that's going to be also seconds of different, not minutes, most likely, even though it's 1,000-piece puzzle. So we'll see. At least now we have the boost a little bit maybe too much, but.
So all that adrenaline from the past, we moved on to defend our champion title for the teams category from last year. But there was three things that were different from last year. First of all, we had a little bit different team. So we had me, Emilia Korhonen, Riina, and then we had one player missing from last year, and obviously Steffi stepped in my pair because why not? Makes sense, she's the best. Amazing. Second big thing, we had not practiced at all together. So literally going into this competition, it was our first time with this team that we puzzled together. And even though I couldn't say there wasn't any mistake or problems within our team or our performance, but it wasn't the optimized performance. And also kind of like, you know how important practice is. And we were competing against teams who practice together. And I think that was kind of our downfall, to be honest. And of course, the third thing, we had two people, myself included, who are no longer actually actively practicing speed puzzling. So even though we do have our very high baseline and our other strengths where we can beat other people, but yeah, we did not win this one, guys.
And welcome. Here we have our team that finished second. And what is your team name?
What is our team? That's the most awkward question we've ever had on live stream. Parhaat palat, because for last year, Parhaat palat is our team name because it was also last year the same name.
But you know, sometimes in life you cannot win everything, and and second place is still amazing performance. Our time was 41 minutes and 43 seconds.
What did you guys think when you first saw the puzzle? Have you seen it before? Have you done it before? And what was your first thoughts?
This is pretty much what we were like, like it's a nice image, but it's quite hard to split, and also like really hard to verbally describe what are you doing on it.
Puzzle was a bit trickier one, I have to say. The winning team had done it earlier because it was a published puzzle, so we could have won. And this is very petty. I'm acknowledging here. I'm very petty right now, but knowing what was their time when they practiced with that puzzle, if they would have not done it before, we would have actually won them with our first time, attempt time. But as said, practice makes perfect. You should be doing puzzles and practicing for competitions. We all know it's going to be published puzzle. Fair game. On another event, I've done like hundreds of competitions at this point. Sometimes you get lucky and you get the puzzle that you had done before. I have for sure beaten people in multiple competitions just because I've done the puzzle before and they hadn't. So fair game.
Congratulations, and do you have anything you want to say to the people watching the stream?
No, we're basic fans. We have nothing to say. No, I'm just kidding. Hopefully to see even more participants next year. So, and there's a lot of casual puzzles here as well. So I encourage everybody to come and join and try it out. You don't need to be fast in the first when you try it. When I started, I did 500-piece puzzles over 2 hours, and now I do them more close to 40. So it is possible if you just come and try. next year.
You have now pairs, gold and silver in teams, and we're moving on to the solo rounds for the next day. And oh boys. To be honest, as I did not have any goals for solos, I haven't done my track record for Finnish championship in individual is not that good. The best I've been has been 8, but I did know I had a little bit of chance, and I'm really disappointed because this was the first year in Finland that we actually had unpublished puzzle that was also not leaked prior by accident. That, by the way, happens in a lot of competitions. Okay, let's start from the preliminary round because that was first. So I was in the preliminary, blah, blah, blah. I can't pronounce that word. So in the first round before the finals, because apparently I'd like to jump, we had this puzzle, and this is obviously published puzzle because this was just the first classification round. This is actually the same puzzle I did in the Swedish championship as an international guest last year in the finals. So I had done this puzzle before, and I just know it's slow, it has horrible edges. And the fun fact, I'm super proud of this. This is the only puzzle out of like thousands of puzzles we have done. This is the only puzzle I'm faster than my pair Steffi. Only puzzle that I've ever been faster than her on my first time attempt and also on my second time attempt when compared to she doing it for the second. Oh, she was on this round, to be fair, she was faster than me now. But yeah, it's a nice puzzle, but it's very complicated, I would say. And then moving on to the final. So as said, I've been struggling a lot, and then we went back to my home before the final because there's quite many hours in between. And I just had I was so exhausted from the last day, and I that high performance, I was able to funnel my pain and struggles in the world on the day before. That did not happen on the second day. I was like having a full-blown meltdown, not even lying. And yeah, such a disappointment when we get to the final. I know it was unpublished puzzle, I could have had a chance. And then I even opened the puzzle box. This was inside, and you can see this is kind of like harder puzzle. And you know, I usually do better ranking with harder puzzles. So this could have been my game. Not to the podium, obviously, because I haven't practiced and I haven't even been near on the previous years, and the level is just getting higher. But I am a little bit disappointed with my results on this one. And I also actually did live stream this, so if you want to see how I exactly did it, there is the proof. I really love the puzzle, but I think I ended up being somewhere. I have to go check. I was so bad I don't even remember. Let's go see. Okay, I was 17th in the solo final. 21st if we count the international guest N. So that is my worst ranking I ever had, which is weird because on the day before I won the pairs championship. And yes, of course, the credit belongs to my pair Steffi, but also we were competing against very strong pairs. And there is why I say it doesn't make sense on the paper, because now we can literally see, I was 17th on the rankings in the solos. So me plus my pair, who by the way became third, so she got a podium spot in literally all categories. That is super amazing. But still on the paper, it doesn't really make sense. But I guess my weaknesses just lie in a place that with the pairs and teams, I'm able to compensate because as I said, my baseline is high and my mind game is usually there. But this one I just completely rumbled. I don't think it's taking away from the win from the previous day, because I think that's actually just the proof, what an amazing high performance it was on the day before. Because that was literally my 1000%, the all I can give on that day just to achieve that one. That was the end of it, and to be honest, I won some puzzles I wanted to show you. those who actually speed puzzle and win often, do you feel like the puzzles they give as prizes are always the same? Because I got this one, and then I got this one, and of course our fabulous prize. I would have more, but we were trying to split that everybody got something. So this is gonna be traveling trophy. I'm gonna give it to Steffi next time I visit her. Super cute, look at it. But yeah, I was actually planning on doing this now on this video while explaining all this boring stuff that you like to watch so much. I'm kidding. But I'm actually going to Germany and I'm leaving tomorrow for my birthday, first to Amsterdam and then go to my friend in Netherlands, and then we're gonna go to Germany for puzzle 24-hour marathon. So instead of puzzling that one, I am actually packing. Yeah, I am packing. We are going, and this is Willy. So yeah, next video might be from Germany. So see you next time. Bye bye.